I used to complain that you talked way too much about your day or the movies or the pillows and such. But the static has settled like dust on the floor since I heard the finality of the click in the door. Now the hum of the fridge is a deafening roar, and I can't hear my own heartbeat anymore. I'm turning up the TV just to mask the void, trying to rebuild what the quiet destroyed. But there's a frequency of lonely that I can't tune out. It's the only thing I'm sure of in a world full of doubt, because silence is a loud room when you're not here. It's screaming your name and it's feeding my fear. Every empty corner is shouting the truth about the waste of my heart and the ghost of my youth. I'm covering my ears, but I still hear the sound of a love that is crashing straight into the ground. Yeah, silence is a loud room, and it's buried me underground. The clock on the mantle is ticking like lead, echoing all of the things that we never said. I try to speak up just to hear my own voice, but it cracks in the middle. I've got no choice but to sit in the wreckage of a house turned to stone, where the quiet is the heaviest thing that I own. It's the sound of the rain that you're not watching now. It's the weight of the why and the ghost of the how. It's a symphony of nothing, a grand masterpiece of a war that is over but won't find a peace. So loud I can't hear myself think, so loud I'm right on the bridge. Can you hear it? The sound of you gone. Silence is a loud room from dusk until dawn. The clock on the wall is a heavy beat, like a tired heart admitting defeat. 60 minutes left in this candle's glow before you pack the life we used to know. I'm memorizing how the light hits your face before you become a ghost in this space. The sand is slipping through the cracks of my hands, building mountains of grief on these desert lands. I'm begging the sun to forget how to rise, so I don't have to see the end in your eyes. It's the last hour of us, the final slow dance. The heart remains of a beautiful chance. I'm counting the breath while the shadows grow tall, waiting for the silence to shatter it all. One more minute to hold, one more second to be, before you're a stranger and I'm just me. Your suitcase is waiting like a jagged edge. I'm standing on the brink of a crumbling ledge. We aren't fighting now, we've run out of words. Just the sound of the wind and the morning birds. I wanna freeze time, put a lock on the door, but the floorboards are cold and you're halfway to the door. Don't look at the watch, don't look at the time. Loving you was the only light I could climb. Now the ticking is loud, like a hammer on glass, watching the very last heartbeat pass. It's the last hour of us, the final slow dance. The hollow remains of a beautiful chance. I'm counting the breath while the shadows grow tall, waiting for the silence to shatter it all. One more minute to hold, one more second to be, before you're a stranger and I'm just me. 59, 60. The door clicks shut, and the clock stops ticking. I'm standing in the doorway where the light doesn't reach, looking at the lessons that a breakup has to teach. I finally cleared the dresser and the vanity is bare, but I'm paralyzed by everything that's still hanging there. A graveyard of cotton, a museum of sleeves, the heavy wooden hangers where a memory breathes. I should put it in a box, I should give it all away, but I'm keeping your shadow for just one more day. I'm reaching for the fabric just to feel like you're near, but the hollow space beside it is the only thing clear. In your side of the closet is still yesterday. The colors haven't faded and the blue hasn't turned to gray. There's a ghost in your sweater and a scent in your scarf that's tearing a hole through the ribs of my heart. I'm surrounded by Sunday, and where did we go? In the only square inch where I can't let you go. Yeah, it's frozen in time and it's tearing me apart. Right there on your side of the closet. Favorite old hoodie is still slumped on the hook, like it's waiting to give it one more look. I catch my own reflection in the mirror on the door, and I don't recognize the man who lives here. Try to close the wood, try to shut out the view, but the hinges keep screaming for the version of you. Is it weird that I talk to the empty space, searching for lines in a faceless place? I'm holding a sleeve like I'm holding your hand, building a life on a mountain of sand. Spaces, old receipts and forgotten places. I close the door, but I'm still inside with the ghost of the girl who used to be mine. On your side of the closet, I set the table out of habit, silver clinking on the wood. Two placements side by side, just like I thought we always would. I started chopping onions just to blame them for the tears, while the radio plays a song we haven't danced to in years. The wine is getting warmer in a glass that's only half, and I'm waiting for the punchline of a joke that made you laugh. The kitchen clock is ticking like a hammer on a nail. The steam is rising, slowly turning everything to pale. I'm sitting in the silence where your stories used to live, with a heart that's got nothing left to give. And it's dinner for one again, with a ghost sitting where you've been. I'm passing the salt to an empty chair, reaching for a hand that isn't there. The candles are burning, but the room is so cold, tasting the promises that we couldn't hold. Yeah, it's a bitter kind of mercy, a slow burning sin. Just dinner for one again. Made your favorite pasta, the recipe you taught me how, but it's funny how the flavor feels like paper in me now. I'm looking at your napkin still folded in a string, while the shadows on the ceiling do a lonely kind of swing. I used to hate the dishes, now I wish there was a pile, anything to prove that you've been here for a while. The leftovers are cooling and I'm putting them away, saving up the pieces of a broken yesterday. I'll wrap them in the plastic and I'll hide them in the light, just to do it all over tomorrow night. Table for two in a world built for one, watching the moon since we lost the sun. Bon appetit to the lonely locked up behind the books today. A little piece of us I forgot to hide away. Your smile is frozen in a summer light before the silence moved in and took the night. I reached to touch the curve of your face, but my fingertip left a hollow trace. Now there's just dust on the photo frame where I used to write your beautiful name. It's settling down on the life we planned, slipping like gray sand through my hand. I should wipe it clean, I should let you go, but the more it fades, the less I know how to live in a house where the memories stay, collecting dust while I'm wasting away. The glass is cold and the edges are worn, just like the heart that's tired and torn. I remember the day that picture was took. You said forever with just one look, but forever is a shadow on a lonely wall, waiting for a phone that'll never call. They say that time is a healer's touch, but I think time just forgets too much. It covers the joy and it blurs the pain until only the ghost of a feeling remains. Yeah, there's just dust on the photo frame where I used to write your beautiful name. It's settling down on the life we planned, slipping like gray sand through my hand. I should wipe it clean, I should let you go, but the more it fades, the less I know how to live in a house where the memories stay, collecting dust while I'm wasting away. I'll leave it there on the shelf, a little bit of you, a little bit of myself, drowning in the gray, letting the colors just drift away. Dust on the frame, dust on the frame, dust on the I passed your coat, the one that's been bare for weeks, but I still hear the floorboards give their familiar creaks. I find myself turning to tell you a joke I just heard before I remember that silence is the only word. The dust is settling on the frames of the life step I take is heavy with a quiet guilt. I'm a stranger in a house that used to be a home, just a shadow in the places where we used to roam. I keep my head down, trying not to see the ghost of the person I used to be. And now it's just echoes in the hallway, bouncing off the walls in a hollow, haunting way. I hear your laughter in the kitchen, your keys against the glass, watching all the moments that I thought would never pass. I'm chasing down a whisper that I'll never get to hold, caught in the stories that we left half told. Yeah, it's just echoes in the hallway, and they're never gonna fade away. The neighbor asked about you. I didn't know what to say, so I just looked at my shoes and I walked the other way. Every room has a trigger, every corner has a sting. The way the light hits the carpet, the way the phone doesn't ring. I try to play some music just to drown the memory out, but the melody just turns into everything I doubt. And now it's just echoes in the hallway, bouncing off the walls in a hollow, haunting way. I hear your laughter in the kitchen, your keys against the glass, watching all the moments that I thought would never pass. I'm chasing down a whisper that I'll never get to hold, caught in the stories that we left half told. Yeah, it's just echoes in the hallway, and they're never gonna fade away. The pain is peeling and the air is getting thin. I'm waiting for the front door to let a little life back in, but the hinges are rusted and the lock is feeling stuck. Just like my heart, run out of time and out of luck. Listen close, can you hear it? Just a ghost, I'm still near it. Echoes, walking down the hallway. Echoes in this house that isn't home. I still set the table for two, out of habit or hope. Left your favorite mug by the edge, just to see if I'll cope. The tea's gone cold and the steam stopped rising today, and I'm still waiting for words that you'll never say. I pull up a seat, the one where you used to lean in. Now the silence is heavy and the walls are feeling thin. Now I'm just talking to an empty chair, reaching for a ghost that isn't there. I'm pouring out my heart to the velvet and the wood, asking why you left, like I ever understood. The room is full of shadows, but the corner's stripped and bare. God, I'm going crazy, talking to an empty chair. back in yesterday. I waited for your rhythm, for that spark in your eye, but the cushion doesn't move, no matter how hard I cry. It's a hollow kind of torture, this one-sided flame, calling out to nothing just to hear the sound of your name. They say that time heals, but time is just a thief, leaving me with furniture to anchor all my grief. I give up every tomorrow for one hello tonight, instead of this wood and scattered in the fading light. Yeah, I'm still talking to an empty chair, reaching for a ghost that isn't there. I'm pouring out my heart to the velvet and the wood, asking why you left, like I ever understood. The room is full of shadows, but the corner's stripped and bare. God, I'm going crazy, talking to an empty chair. The sun's going down and you're still not home. Just me and the wood and the silence, all alone. I opened up the closet just to find a different shirt, but the air inside it hit me with a familiar kind of hurt. It's been 6 months of winter since you walked out of the door, but your lavender and sandalwood are sinking through the floor. I'm breathing in the memories that I know I should let go, but I'm addicted to the high of a girl I used to know. It's on my favorite sweater, it's on the velvet chair, it's hanging like a heavy fog in the middle of the air. I try to blow the windows wide to let the morning in, but I can't scrub the scent of you from underneath my skin. Caught in the ghost of your fragrance, lost in the perfume of goodbye. It's a sweetness that turns into silence, and a sting that gets stuck in my eye. I'm chasing a scent in a room that is empty, tracing the trail that you left in the hall. Yeah, the ghost of your fragrance is the hardest way to fall. I walked past the cafe where we used to waste the day, and a stranger caught the breeze as she headed on her way. For a second I was turning, for a second you were there, just a trick of my own longing and the movement of the air. Now I'm standing on the sidewalk while the world is moving fast, drowning in the fragrance of a love that didn't last. They say that smells the strongest, linked to everything we lost. I'm paying for the a breath of you. Then you fade away, the ghost of your fragrance. It's all I have left. It's all I have left. I still sleep on the left side. Leave the right one cold. Funny how a mattress keeps the secrets that we hold. I reached out in the darkness just to touch your ghost. It's the silence in the hallway that hurts the very most. The coffee pot is whistling for a cup I didn't pour. And there's a pair of shoes you left beside the bedroom door. And I'm staring at the unmade half of the bed, with all the forever things we never should have said. The sheets are still wrinkled where you used to lay, like a memory that refuses to just fade away. I can't pull the covers, I can't smooth the mess, because a flat pillow is all that I have left of the life that we promised and the love that we bled, left there on the unmade half of the bed. I tried to wash the scent of you out of the pillowcase, but I couldn't stand the thought of a clean and empty space. So I leave the indentation where your shoulder used to be. It's the only part of us that's still staying here with me. The sun hits the floorboards, but it doesn't feel like light. Just another day of waiting for another lonely night. And I'm staring at the unmade half of the bed, with all the forever things we never should have said. The sheets are still wrinkled where you used to lay, like a memory that refuses to just fade away. I can't pull the covers, I can't smooth the mess, because a flat pillow is all that I have left of the life that we promised and the love that we bled, left there on the unmade half of the bed. They say time is a healer, but time is just a thief, stealing every heartbeat and replacing it with grief. I'm a king of a kingdom that's narrowed down to this, 2 feet of cotton and a phantom of your kiss. Yeah, the room is getting colder and I'm getting older, still reaching for a hand that isn't there, just tangled in the sheets in the empty air. On the unmade half, that lonely, broken half, I'll just leave it